hind end, how to spread their hind feet apart and make those stops and turns like we need to. It actually involves a lot of circles, keeping your horse's ribs up, keeping their body off of your leg is probably the most important thing you can teach your horse. And then teaching them to give that nose just a hair. I don't want them over flexed, but I want to be able to see their eyelash. I like to keep my hands low. I don't like to cross my hands over their neck. I just want a little bend into her, but I'm keeping my inside foot on her, keeping her ribs off of me. So then, once I get that, I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to do the same thing at a trot. You can do it posting, or you can sit if you can get your leg into them better that way. As soon as they do it now, at a trot, I'll usually let them out of it after 2 or 3 good circles. If I feel, usually a horse will be a little more pushy on the left side, just because most people aren't strong enough on their left side to keep them even. So I might trot a couple more circles to the left and then let them out of it. It's very important. Let them out of it and go on. Don't trot these circles and then get your horse all bound up where they don't want to go. All you're trying to get here is control, but you want your horse free, moving free. So I'll let her out of it. So then once I've got them doing that pretty good, and this is something I do with my babies. I might have 10 rides on them, and I'll be doing this. Get them in that circle, get them going, then release that leg, stop, let them come through, and then go straight. Let them go. If they want to lope out of it, that's fine. See how she took the correct lead? That usually means you got their body set up correctly. That's how you know you got their ribs off and you did correct. So do it both directions. Now, I've already been working on this a little bit with this horse, but in the beginning, they're not going to do it right. So remember, keep that inside leg on them. When you really feel like they're in a good spot, release. And then pull their nose all the way through and kick. Kick with the outside leg. And send them on. Now, I felt like she didn't really pick up her front end coming out of that turn. So I may go back and work on that one more time. But again, I'm not going to pick on her. I don't want her to be swishing her tail and be resenting it. I got her pretty soft. But what I'm hoping for, it's okay to do it slow. I'd rather do it slow and correct than fast and sloppy. So what I'm looking for is a little step back when she comes through that turn. So I'm going to get her set up. And then when I do this, I want a little step back, and then I'll push with my outside leg and get her through. That's the beginning baby step. Like I said, I'll do this before anything, before I get them on the flag, before I'm even thinking about working a cow. I need to be able to do this with my horse. Release that inside leg and push with my outside leg. And if you'll notice, I'm also going to release my hand. I'm going to get her nose all the way through, and then I'm going to release it. So there's a lot of things going on. You're using both of your hands and both of your feet, and you're switching it all up. But that's how you get control of their bodies. Now, once you got them kind of going, and a little broker horse, another thing I like to do to change it up is I'll stop them, and then I'll go the other way. And I'm using my feet the same way that I just showed you. I'm gonna hold her rib up. So here I'm gonna keep my left foot in her. I'll back her a little bit, and then I'm gonna release and go the other way. She's being a little sloppy about it, but she is taking the correct lead. And the most important thing is that I'm sending her out of it, because that's what teaches them to get out of those turns and go somewhere. If you just turn them and back them and turn them in a circle all the time, you get a horse that doesn't want to travel across the pen. So I'll do that a few times, and then if she gets pretty sloppy, I may go back to these little circles, and I'll just keep it changed up like that until I think she's far enough along to go take her to the flag. But you've got to have all those buttons on her before you can expect her to know what you want, either on the flag or on a cow.